Hello and welcome to Maths with Udom. I still remain your online mathematics tutor, mathematician Okon Udom, and I'm saying welcome to today's class. Today we are going to look at another topic, which is addition of fractions. Addition of fractions. We have different addition of fractions. We are going to look at the first part, addition of fractions with the same denominators. Fractions that have the same denominators. How do we add them together? So let's start. Okay, so we have addition of fractions. Addition of fractions with the same what? Denominators. Addition of fractions with the same denominators. Now we have two methods we can use to achieve this result. I'm going to go through the methods, but the first method is that whenever you are given any fraction, all you need to do is to pick one of the denominators and use it as your LCM. Then you simplify. Is that okay? Alright, so let's start. Later I will teach you the second method. So the first method, let's look at example to buttress our point. Let's look at some example. Example, are we together? Examples. It says simplify these fractions. Okay, let's simplify these fractions. And what are the fractions? Number 1, 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5. Okay, number 2. Two over 9 plus 5 over 9. Number 3. 7 over 13 plus 4 over what? Over 13. Number 4. 2 over 15. Let me write number 4 here. Okay, let's continue. Number 4. 2 over 15 plus 4 over 15 plus 7 over what? 15. Number 5. 3 over 8 plus 7 over 8. And lastly, number 6. Let's write number 6 here. Okay. 5 over 7 plus 3 over 7 plus 4 over 7. So these are our examples. So let's start solving them one after the other. Solution. So the first example says simplify 1 over 5 plus what? 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5. If we check through these fractions, what do you notice? We notice that all the fractions have the same denominators. So the denominator is 5. So what do we do with it? We pick one of the denominators. Okay, which is 5. And we'll place that denominator under the division line. Okay? Alright? So after you have done that, what do we do next? So how many 5 can go in 5? 1. So what do we do? 5 in 5, 1. So we have 1 multiplied by the numerator 1 here. Plus, because we have plus sign here. 5 in 5 again, 1. 1 times what? Your numerator 2. Okay? And lastly, 5 in 5 again, 1. 1 times 1 is still what? Is still 1. Is that okay? So we have plus 1 times 1. Okay? Are we together? Now, so what do we do next? So 1 times 1 is 1, plus 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 times 1 is 1. Everything divided by what? 5. So let's add all the numerators together. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So our answer is 4 divided by 5. 4 divided by 5. Okay? Then we have second method. What is the second method? The second method is that since we have the same denominators all through, all we need to do is to add all the numerators together and place our results on the denominator 5. So what do we have? We have 1 as our numerator plus our next numerator 2, our next numerator 1. Place your results over one of the what? Denominator, because they all have the same denominator, which is 5. So if you add everything together, you get what? Your numerator what? 4 divided by 5. You can see that we've got the same result as the first one. Okay, so this one is just a quick method, since they all have the same denominator, and that's how we're going to solve the other fractions or the other examples. Is that okay? So let's move to number 2. Okay, number 2, using the same approach to solve number 2. So what's in number 2? We have 2 over 9 plus what? 5 over 9. Since they have the same denominator, the LCM is what? 9. So we write our division line and we place our LCM 9 under the division line. How many 9 can go in 9? 1. So 1 times your numerator 2 plus, how many 9 can go in 9? 1. 1 times our numerator what? 5. So if you work this out, what are we going to get? Okay, so 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 times 5 is 5. Everything divided by 9. If you add your numerator, 1 plus 5, you get what? 7. So 7 divided by 9. So this is a proper fraction. So you cannot simplify further. So you leave your answer this way. Method 2 is that you add your numerators together, which gives us 7. Place your results on your numerator, so you get the same result. Is that okay? Let's move to example 3. What's example 3? What do we have there? We have 7 divided by 13 plus 4 divided by 13. Our LCM is 13. So 13 in 13, 1. 1 times 7 is 7. Plus 13 in 13, 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay? If you add 7 plus 4, you get what? 11 divided by 13, which is what? A proper fraction. So you cannot simplify for that. You leave your answer or your results this way. Is that okay? Then example 4. So what do we have there? We have 2 divided by 15 plus 4 divided by 15 plus 7 divided by 15. The LCM is 15 because they are all the same. Okay, that's 15. How many 15 can go in 15? 1. 1 times your numerator 2. You have 2. Plus, or the plus sign here. How many 15? 15? 1. 1 times numerator 4. 4. Plus, how many 15? 15? 1. 1 times numerator 7. We have what? We have 7. So the next thing we are going to add the numerators together. So 2 plus 4, our numerator, will give us 6. And 6 plus 7 will give us what? 13. So we have 13 divided by what? 15. So nothing is common. That is, there's no common factor. So you leave your answer this way in a proper fraction. Okay? Then example 5. What's example 5? 3 divided by 8 plus 7 divided by what? By 8. What's the LCM? 8. So how many 8 can go in 8? 1. 1 times numerator 3. 3. Plus, how many 8 in 8? 1. 1 times numerator 7. We have what? We have 7. So let's add the numerator. 3 plus 7 will give us what? 10. So we have 10 divided by what? 8. So you cannot leave your answer this way because it's an improper fraction. So what can divide through 10 and 8? What are the common factors? 2 can go. How many 2 can go in 10? We have 5. How many 2 can go in 8? We have 4. So 5 over 4. So we cannot leave it that same way because it's still what? An improper fraction. So 5 divided by 4. So what do? We change this to mixed fraction. So how many 4 can go in 5? 1. Remember what? 1 divided by what? Our denominator. So that's the final answer. So you can see that this one gives us a mixed fraction as our final answer. It's not all the time you get whole number or proper fraction. At times you can get mixed fraction as your answer. Is that okay? So let's move straight to the last example before your assignments. Example 6. Okay, what do we have in example 6? We have 5 over 7 plus 3 over 7 plus 4 over 7. So what is the LCM? 7, okay? Alright, so how many 7 is 7? 1. 1 times numerator 5, 5. Plus, how many 7 is 7? 1. 1 times numerator 3, 3. How many 7 is 7? 1. 1 times numerator 4, 4. Okay, so what do we have? We add the numerators together. So 5 plus 3 will give us 8. And then 8 plus 4 will give us what? 12. So 12 divided by what? 7. Okay? This is an improper fraction. So we split this to what? A mixed fraction. Because we cannot leave the answer this way. Okay? So what do? How many 7 can go in 12? Okay? 1. That is 7 can go through 12 only once. Remember what? Remember 5. Divided by what? Our denominator. So this is the final answer. A mixed fraction. Is that okay? Alright. So let's move to our assignments. Alright? Assignment. Okay, so let's take our assignments. Is that okay? All right. So let's underline that. So what is our assignment? Our assignment is that we have to simplify the following fractions. So what are the fractions? Number 1, 3 over 14 plus 1 over 14 plus 5 over 14. Okay? Number 2. 8 over 9 plus 5 over 9. Number 3, we have 13 over 17 plus 2 over 17. Number 4, we have 1 over 11 plus 9 over 11 plus 6 over what? Over 11. And lastly, number 5, okay, which is 2 over 7 plus 1 over 7 plus 4 over 7. So you can say that all these fractions, they have the same denominator. 14, 14, 14, 9, 9, 17, 17, 11, 11, 11, 7, 7, 7. So these are your assignments. Okay? Under addition of fractions with the same denominators. Is that okay? So we have come to the end of today's class, which is very exciting and interesting, educative. And before you go, kindly like this video, drop your comment in the comment section telling us how to serve you better, or where you have questions, you drop your questions there, and how we can serve you better, or the topic you want us to treat. Don't worry, we are going to treat the topic, all the topics. We are moving from one topic to another. Is that okay? And then you share this video to all your friends and family members all over the world. And most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Okay? Remember, the best way to become a mathematician is via constant practice. You practice every day, and then you become better off. Okay? Until I come your way again next time, I still remain your online mathematics tutor, Mr. Okun Udom. And I'm saying to you, as my students all over the world, remain mathematically smart. See you in my next class. Bye for now.